I've been doing more channeled messages on my social media, and I'm going to do another one. The image that came through for me right before I started hitting record was someone sitting in their car. And so you might be sitting in your car when you see this pop up, or you might have been spending a lot of time sitting in your car recently. Your mind feels very heavy, and it's been this way for a while. And there's a sense that I'm getting where you don't even know where to start to try to figure out what needs to change or what needs to shift for you. And I sense that you've been spending a lot of time on your own. And I don't feel like that is because there aren't people around you, because I think that there are people around you. And I think that you do have people who care. It feels like the isolation is really your attempt to force yourself to be with you. And I do think that there is an awareness that you have that you've been avoiding yourself for a while. For some of you, and I don't think this is a blanket statement, but it's coming through pretty intensely, so I'm going to mention it. For some of you, this is related to a loss. And I'm going to give three examples. And I'm mentioning these because I think they illustrate very well the type of loss that I'm talking about. So this would be like you had a very close relationship with a family member, like extremely close, soulmate type of close with a family member who has recently passed away. Or you had built your dream home. You had literally built something, whether a home or a business maybe, but you literally built it from the ground up, and it was everything that you wanted, and you've lost it recently. It's a big loss. And again, that's not a blanket statement, but I want to acknowledge that for the people who needed to hear it. But I think what's come out of that loss is you realizing that because you put so much of you into that connection, or so much of you into what you were building, your identity became wrapped up in it. And when you lost it, it forced you to realize that you had been neglecting yourself. Okay? For the rest of you, it's what I was saying, where it's almost like you've just been avoiding yourself. But this realization that I have to spend time dealing with me now, it's created this situation where you're really isolating yourself. And I just want to give you, through this message, a bit of a warning. Don't push that to an extreme. Because what you really need mixed into that is letting people be there for you, making new experiences, having fun, meeting new people. You need to share your grief. You need to share your dreams. You need to share your hopes. You need to share your struggles. Because this isolation and this avoidance of yourself, it's also come at a cost of isolating you from other people. And I know that sounds almost like they're opposing thoughts. But the more that you pull away from being with yourself, confronting yourself, getting to know yourself, feeling the things that you are actually feeling, having the thoughts that you're actually having. The more you pull away from that, the less you feel like you have anything to share with other people. And so not only are you avoiding yourself, you're avoiding other people, and then you just start to, like, I keep hearing this phrase, like an empty shell, an empty husk, where there's nothing left inside of you. And this recent, again, I'm seeing this person in the car. I feel like there's this awareness coming to you that it's time to let other people in. and to not worry about what they might see or how they might feel or how they might judge you, because that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're putting yourself out there and you're giving yourself a chance to maybe make a connection, or maybe to realize that there are certain types of connections you don't want anymore, or to maybe see that there's a connection that you have that if you just put a little bit more effort and nurturing into that, it could be better than it is right now. It could be stronger than it is right now. So my advice to you and what's coming through stronger than anything is accept that invitation to have coffee. If someone asks you to hang out with them, say yes. If someone reaches out to you and says, "How are you?" give them a real answer. And trust that by doing that, by opening yourself up, it's almost like you're granting access to yourself as well as to that other person to get to know you.